Hey guys, today I'm going to react to this video, 15 strangest things washed up on beaches. So I'm pretty curious to see what these things are. I wonder if there's going to be any crazy sea animals we haven't discovered just wash up on the beach.
If you've ever hung around the beach with friends and family, you may have seen some strange stuff and
Whoa.
wondered just how the heck it got there.
That's
I've
crazy.
also noticed that most of you watching this aren't subscribed yet, so if you do like the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's absolutely free and you can always change your mind later. And with that said, enjoy the video.
Okay.
Number 15. Catfish.
Wow.
Dino
Big.
Ferrari, an Italian fisherman, caught a 280-pound fish in Po River, Italy's longest river. He's an expert at catching unusual fish like this, and it didn't excite him as much as it did with ordinary people because he was used to
Wow.
things like that. He could actually barely lift the tail, and he took it on a tour around the half-dead animal. It's unclear
That's
if this animal is the
amazing.
biggest species of its kind, but it surely does leave us a little puzzled. Number 14. Snowballs.
What?
You'll need some clarity to understand what's going on here. Thousands of snowballs appeared on a beach in Siberia in November of 2016.
Whoa.
The balls were formed by wind and cold weather and appeared on the stretch in the Russian coastline of the Arctic Circle. This is a random
Man,
find that is rare
that's
and almost
amazing.
impossible. Mother Nature has its way of making perfect snowballs that are hard to find by hand sometimes. Although residents didn't ask for it, they instead got it on a platter.
Ha.
Number 13. A Harley Davidson.
What?
This rusty Harley-Davidson motorbike was washed up on the coast of British Columbia in Canada. It was believed to have been swept
Wow,
up into
that's
the
so
Pacific
cool.
Ocean by the Japanese tsunami of 2012. The motorbike itself originates from Miyagi, northern Japan, before making its way to Canada.
Oh,
With
yeah.
over 1.5 million tons of debris entering the water from the tsunami, this machine managed to survive the entire trip. Best part of the story, though, was
That's
that the person who
amazing.
discovered it tried to find its owners to return it, but couldn't. That is pretty thoughtful of him, I'll fully admit. Number 12. Sea glass creatures.
What?
Kinda like jellyfish. The blue glass-like sea creatures appear
Whoa.
on most U.S. shores every 4 to 6 weeks, actually. These creatures have a flat and transparent float.
That's
plus
so
a
cool.
triangular
I've
sail
never
that
seen
allows
that
the wind
before.
to guide them through the sea. Unfortunately, they find themselves on the shore when the wind picks up. These organisms are harmless and appear on beaches in the thousands, making them
Wow.
a sight to behold. Although this regular event sparks concerns about their health, scientists say happenings like this one don't harm the species in any way. Number 11.
Wow.
Huge piece of driftwood. Seeing a piece of driftwood on the shore might seem like a usual thing,
Oh, yeah.
but this one takes it to another level. This massive wood piece was
Whoa.
washed up on the shores of LA Push Beach in Washington, the US. Due to the size of the wood, it was Christian drift logged by residents. It measures between 5 and 10 feet wide and over
Man.
100 feet tall.
It's like a whole tree.
It's believed that its appearance on beaches is due to strong wind or intense wind storms. This event might make it possible for tourist coverage and scientists to come up with the latest theories explaining what happened. Number 10. Missing dice.
What?
When
A
visiting the beach,
dice?
there's a long list of things you don't expect to see. Although you don't jot them down, you can say for sure that it would be weird if you saw them. One
Yeah.
Reddit user took to this special forum to share his own discovery, and that photo shows a giant dice on the shores of a
What?
local US beach. No one, not even the locals, could explain how this phenomenon came to be. We can come up with a whole lot that can be done with the dice, though. However, would you consider using this one? And if the owner comes knocking, can you just give it back? Honestly,
Yeah,
this
right.
Number 9. Giant squid.
Whoa.
It's rare to find giant squids washed ashore. When they do, it just raises questions as to how frail this giant was to just kind of give up and die. Behold, though,
Wow.
this squid washed ashore on a New Zealand beach. Three brothers wanted
That's so creepy. Imagine seeing that in the water.
to ride the waves on a local Wellington beach when they stumbled upon a 4.2-meter long giant squid. The New Zealand Department of Conservation was alerted to the discovery. They recognized the animal immediately, and today it's common to find animals like this washed up on beaches, but it still leads to a lot of questions.
Well, that's common. Okay.
Number 8. Pufferfish skeleton. Just recently, a perfectly preserved pufferfish skeleton was found on the shores of a beach in New
Whoa.
Zealand. Honestly, these days, residents are no longer shocked when there's a new finding because it's almost as though they've seen it all. Despite
Well.
that, though, they'd never experienced a skeleton in perfect condition. It managed to stay intact despite being found on a pebble beach. Strong tides can easily wash sea creatures to the surface of the water, leaving them with no option but to arrive on land helpless. After staying there for a while, they die and their carcass may or may never be discovered. Number 7.
Huh.
A shark head.
What?
Yeah, I understand that sharks
That's
often
random.
wash ashore, but just their heads? Nah, this has got to be one of the strangest findings ever. While sharks have appeared on the shores thousands of times in the past, this one is the first. This head was discovered ashore on a beach at Farewell Spit, New Zealand. Locals and specialists called to view the sighting said they had no idea how the severed head of a shark made its way to the beach. Worse still, they didn't know where the remaining part of the animal was.
That's
It's
creepy.
certainly not a coincidence that the animal's head was severed from the rest of his body. Whoever did this was deliberate about killing the animal. Number 6.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Conjoined dolphins. Just when
What?
you think you've seen it all, this bizarre sighting stares you right in the face. Both of them. This footage features a two-headed dolphin washed up on a beach in Izmir, Turkey. Tourists
Whoa.
were shocked to see it because they'd never seen such a thing in their life. The two-headed dolphin was only 12 months old and measured 1 meter long. It was washed up due to a terrible storm that hit the water the night before, and although dolphins popping on beaches are normal, it's rare to find one that's conjoined.
Yeah,
It's
two
certainly a bizarre
heads.
thing, but an
What?
interesting sight to behold. If you encounter something similar, please share clips with us.
Trippy.
Number 5. A shipwreck. Ships that sink and remain at the bottom of the water for hundreds of years still stand the chance to be washed up ashore too.
Oh yeah.
How they come up to the surface of the water is
Oh, that's so
shocking, but
cool.
ocean-heavy winds and strong tides were fingered in the event. One ship has now become a tourist attraction on Fraser Island in Australia, actually. In fact,
Oh,
the
yeah.
massive ship remains
I was about to say, I was like, I definitely want to go there just to see that.
on the shore for people to enjoy while spending their day with their family and friends on the beach. Locals have even gone as far as decorating the ship with paint and adding glamour to its rusty exterior.
What?
Number 4. A message in a bottle.
Oh, okay.
You've probably heard countless stories of people receiving messages in a bottle. Most people got theirs years after it was written because the bottles were nowhere to be found. They were mostly written by people who were stranded on said island and were sending messages to their loved ones at home. They
Oh,
believed
yeah.
The waves would transport the bottles ashore and a good Samaritan would see it and relay the message to the intended receiver. Sometimes it happens that it lands in the right hands, and at other times they end up in a museum. In fact, most of the messages in a bottle are fun letters and other messages of hope. While we admit
Oh,
that
yeah.
this bottle was found ashore, one wonders the possibility of seeing an ink, paper, and bottle while stranded on an unknown island. Number 3. Airplanes.
What?
This may not come as a shock given that plane crashes happen and they may just land anywhere.
Oh yeah, that's
However,
true.
finding one ashore is kind of strange. Many of them remain unrecognized, while others have been identified as remnants of the past.
Oh
For
yeah.
some, researchers could not trace the exact spot they fell and gave up on the idea of finding them. Years later, some wrecks were found and investigations revealed that it was the United States
Whoa.
Army Air Force fighter that crashed during World War II. It was discovered 60 years later on the shores of a Welsh beach, and you may never know when and how the past meets the future.
Wow, that's
Number
crazy.
2. A dinosaur femur.
What?
As if finding squids and fish on the shoreline isn't enough, an entire dinosaur
Yeah.
thigh bone on the beach leaves much to be desired. When it was found in Washington Beach, locals wondered how it got there as the fragmented femur bone was hidden underwater for millions of years. It only proves that
Wow.
dinosaurs once roamed Washington, but scientists did study the massive bone itself. They identified it as a theropod, which looks like the T-Rex and Velociraptor. The fossil itself is said to be 80 million years old. This discovery makes a breakthrough into prehistoric life, and if more fossils are found, researchers may be able to put the details from each finding together and come up with a more comprehensive report. Number
Wow.
1. Lego bricks.
What?
This clip may look as though it was edited, but it really wasn't. A container filled with millions of Lego pieces fell into the sea off Cornwall in the UK in 1997. The contents are actually still washing up on Cornish beaches to this very day. The container was shipped from Tokyo and was hit by a wave, and it tilted the ship 60 degrees one way and 40 degrees back. This in turn caused its contents to spill over and empty itself into the ocean. The
Wow.
container held up to 4.8 million pieces of Lego bound for New York. Obviously, this container didn't make it to the dry land, but did create an endless stream of Legos to appear on British soil almost 2 decades after the incident.
What?
And there you have
That's
it, folks.
crazy.
This is our selection of some of the strangest things that have washed up on beaches globally. Please tell us if you found any strange things on the beach, and the comment box is open for your contribution. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel to stay updated with our latest content. Later.
Yeah, I really like that video. It was pretty crazy. Some things were pretty like we've all kind of like knew about, like airplanes and whatnot. But whatever those animals were called that were clear, that looked like jellyfish. I've never seen that before. That's super trippy. and the dinosaur bone, like of all places. I never like I always thought they would find them in like other parts of the country. I never thought they would find these dinosaur bones by the beach because I thought they would like start to deteriorate, but that was pretty cool.